Just the Tips, a Menmoir, Season 1, Episode 10, Sweatin' to the Oldies.
We back, Just the Tips, a Menmoir. I'm Joe.
I'm Chuck.
And we're coming to you today with a nice kind of 3-part
mini-series, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, we're gonna cuddle up because you about to go for a little ride with us. So we're gonna hit you with a couple of segments today. One is gonna cover a mailbag. We're bringing back the mailbag.
Yeah, it was definitely popular, a fan favorite. A lot of good questions have been coming in lately, and we just found one in particular that just stood out, so we had to talk about it.
So we'll cover that. We'll cover men's health. It's actually going to feature my father-in-law wrapped into a men's health segment. So it's like men's health and story time with Chuck and Joe put into like one little mini segment.
I'm ready for that one.
And then we got jokes, and it's just kind of talking about some of our shenanigans in the past.
We told you to bring back more. The last time we talked about it, surprise, surprise, all in your eyes. We've been doing this for a decade.
Yeah. We were getting ready for the podcast before we even knew we were getting ready for the podcast.
That's right.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. So before we jump into any of those, I want to kind of go into the what's trending. We talked about this before.
That's right.
We came across a video. Some friends pointed us to a Tim Hortons situation. Now, I didn't know what Tim Hortons was first, so we kind of had to start there.
I still don't know what it is.
So I'm just now, because in the Bay Area, we don't have that.
Right.
I'm looking, and it's Tim Hortons, and it looks like coffee. Like it's some type of Starbucks or Pete's or, something like that.
So a cafe.
So something happened at this cafe, and all I know was that poop was involved.
Yeah, from what they told us before I actually watched the video, someone said a woman was acting like a chimpanzee, flinging feces all across the counter at this low-budget Starbucks. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this video.
Okay, so let's run this. I'll do a little narration. So it's a white woman. I don't know how old she is.
It looked like she does meth, even though her face is already blurred out. I don't know why. It could be
She's using her hands a lot.
Yeah, she's that Tina Turner bush on her head.
Like an old-ass Barbie. So she's going over, and she's pulling out some napkins. She's pointing. Okay. The sweater's coming off.
She's dropping trough.
Here
right
we go.
In the middle.
Oh, shit, look at those thighs. That bitch. Look at, he's on his phone like, hey, lady, I need you to chill. She's all, chill on this shit. Chill on my booty juice.
Damn, she just wiped her ass as well and threw it over the counter? Damn,
look.
With love.
And she got it. And I bet you her hands are clean the whole time.
Hey, I appreciate that she was thorough because she went back for the second one as well, right? She picked up the first set of napkins and went back for the second wipe. She's a clean one.
Okay, so she's probably on something. I don't think that's just some regular human shit.
Nah, that's got to be extra. I'm trying to tell you.
What do you think she's asking for? She's like, I told you I wanted my coffee half caffeine, half not caffeine, half caffeine.
I like my meth directly in my cup of coffee with my latte. Can you please make it happen? And apparently they refused that.
And look at dude in the back. He actually sat down right behind her to see. Look, he's like, oh, I'm about to see that ass. Look at dude.
Damn. Her cakes are so flat, they line up perfectly with the wall behind her.
God damn.
She got flapjacks for cheeks.
And just so you know, if she was anything other than a white woman, she would have been shot by the police by now.
What's crazy is she's wearing joggers and running shoes because I feel like she pre-planned this in the morning. Like, if they don't got my coffee the way I like it, I'm doo-dooing right here in front of the register. She came with the fury out her cakes.
I wonder how many napkins she got in her hand.
You notice she didn't even tie her shoes?
So she just got out of yoga class. It was hot yoga. Look, she was like, I got to let it go. I told you motherfuckers I had to use the bathroom. You ain't trying to listen? I'm bringing the bathroom to you. God damn.
She was throwing gang signs at first. Apparently, look at that. Her hands flinging around left and right. She said, I'll karate chop you right now.
She's like, I'm about this life.
If you don't give me that extra shot.
Damn, for free. I'm going to give you an extra shot. Look at the dude sat right behind him, cross his arms. Like he wants it. He's here for this.
Right.
Okay, so now that we've got that nasty shit out the way, let's go into a very natural segue, which would be men's health, because I want to tell you about how I met my father-in-law.
All right, I want to hear about it.
So it's a big deal. I'm meeting my father. We're not married, obviously, at the time. So this is my girlfriend's dad.
Your future father-in-law at that moment.
And we weren't engaged, so I didn't even know that's what was going to happen.
Right,
because, I run through them.
Right. It happens.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Like yesterday. I'll be 30
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, I understand, but that's okay. That's okay. So your first meeting with your future father-in-law.
So the first time I meet him, big deal. Kelly's nervous.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I was or was not nervous, but maybe I was. I don't know.
Were you slightly nervous? Because I know your father-in-law's a police officer or a retired police officer.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
but
in some sense, he has weapons in the house.
He does. He has a lot.
Exactly. Yeah.
He does.
He's that guy who got a wall closet of that shit.
Yes, he does.
So for some reason, you're not that nervous to meet him for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I was, and I'm just too gangster right now for my own good. I just don't remember it.
Okay, all right.
So I don't remember feeling nervous, but maybe I was.
Okay.
So we get up to the house, open up the door, and we walk in. Kelly goes first. I'm following behind. And in the corner of the room, when I put my head up, is one of those really, really old exercise bikes where it's like cream colored, like the color of the computers when they first came out. And the front wheel is a solid piece of, I don't know, like cement.
Steel.
Yeah, like steel. I don't know what it is, but it's heavy as hell. And it's like,
Did it have a big ass rubber band on it?
I don't know if it had a rubber band.
You know them old ones that got just one big thick band to just strap it all together.
I can't remember if this one was that. This one might have been the one after that one. But the thing was so old, right? I mean, this is like a 1984 special.
Yeah, it's like one of the ones where you kind of half sit, half standing, and it's got the two little silver thin lines of handlebars. You just move back and forth. Yeah, like those exercise bikes.
It's the exercise bike in the back of every jazzercise video ever made.
I got you.
Okay.
I got it. I can picture it. I can visualize it.
So I look up and the man is riding one of these.
Okay.
And I was like, all right.
That's okay.
Then I notice that what he's riding that machine in is nothing more than, if I hope I'm getting this right, two wristbands, possibly a headband.
Got a headband on.
Tidy whities.
Tidy whities. Okay.
And I can't remember if he had shoes and socks or not or whatever.
You're telling me this is all he had on?
Yeah.
While he sweat,
and possibly a fanny pack.
While he sweating to the oldies.
So I don't know what he was sweating to.
So you walk into a room for the first time, meet your father-in-law, future father-in-law at the moment.
Yeah.
To be on a ancient, prehistoric, Stone Age
stationary bicycle.
A stationary bicycle.
That's what those were called.
To him only wearing a headband and wristbands, which number one already blows me away that he's wearing them to begin with, and tidy whities and possibly socks.
Yeah. And
your reaction to this is what?
I just didn't move.
You just stood there.
I just watched and I was just like, this is glorious. Like, what kind of fucking beast do you have to be? You're like, you know what? I'm about to meet this motherfucker.
Oh, he knew you were coming over?
I'm pretty sure because Kelly, I remember Kelly saying, Dad, I told you
that I'm coming
I'm coming with Joe.
Now, I wonder, was he glistening? Was he already build up that first sweat?
I mean, he looked like he was working hard, so he probably had something going on. You know, he was putting in work. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, so you came in like midway through his exercise routine.
Oh yeah, so we came in and he was already. It wasn't like he just got on there.
Oh, he was juicy already with his taco meat out and everything already.
Oh, I mean, it was just dun dun dun. That was it.
Oh my God, it hurts me.
Yeah, I know.
I can't picture that.
So Kelly's freaking out, and I'm just like, this fool's a beast. Like, I wasn't even upset about it. I was just
didn't
like,
even faze you.
Yeah, I was like, good for him. I thought it was crazy, but it's good for him.
He did introduce himself at some point.
He did.
Right? Yeah.
And we shook hands, and that was fine.
And you just went about the rest of your evening.
Yeah,
did his thing.
He did his thing. Now, another important visual that I want to share with you is he has one of these squirt bottles, like the bicyclists wear, you know, where you can squeeze in from the side of your face. Yeah. So just full of water, and he's just taking it to the grill, right? Because he's been working. He's been doing work,
right?
But you know, just the visual. Hold on now, damn it.
Yo, I was just picturing like one of those really cheesy 80s jazz videos, like little jazzercise videos.
Just a silhouette of a man drinking, holding up chugging a water bottle.
Just while the sun is shining on his glistening body and he's just sweating it out, working tough.
He looked like an 80s video exercise star.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he looked like a beast.
I love it.
And I was like, okay, I could get down with this, I think. And this is what he said. He said, something like, I don't give a fuck. I swear to God, he said something like, I don't give a fuck. I'm the king of this castle.
God.
And
from jump. That's
he
the
let
moment.
me know. He let me know that he does not respect me.
At all. You had zero respect when you came to that door. I respect that man twice as much today than I did yesterday. Thanks
He
to
was
that
like,
story.
these are my nuts.
Exactly.
That is my daughter.
Tidy whities.
Nice
sweating
to
through
meet
them.
you.
It don't even matter.
Yeah.
Sweating through the tidy whities. Gave a fuck. I like that. So to bring this back, this is why you value exercise right here. This is why it's important to you.
This is why if you're going to focus on men's health and exercise, the tip is just to do it however the fuck you want to do it.
Yeah.
As long as it
Nuts
keeps
out.
you alive. Nuts out, guts out.
And it doesn't even matter. And the nice part is you might find yourself in a situation where your daughter or son bring their little to-be significant other over and you could just embarrass the shit out of them and not respect them in your own home while you're exercising. I love it. Well, I hope you learned something today. I know I need to get my my gym routine back online, and I'm going to go ahead and get one of these old school exercise bikes and slap it right in the living room, and I'm going to start working on it now.
Right next to the gun rack. This segment is brought to you by the Association of Collaborative Cooperation.
Disbanding orphan families and not for lack of trying.
And we're back, and we're about to get into one of these mailbags.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we got a doozy for you today.
Yeah, so you know how I feel about my DMs. I keep them open.
That you do.
I keep the bait out. I'm looking for the hoes.
Yep.
I'm waiting for them to come. Where's all the Instagram hoes?
They kind of like it.
I
Yeah.
thought that's what DMs was for.
Yeah, you got that open 100%, and I swear your catch rate is minimal, and that's being generous.
I'm fishing for freshwater fish in the saltwater. I don't know what's going
You're
on
not
here.
getting nothing out
Something's
there,
not
man.
working.
You got to change the base. Something's not working.
But we have another one. Actually, this came in across Twitter, which was under @Menmoirs.
Yeah, I love being in these mailbags. You know, everyone that reaches out to us and has questions, we love to read them off because we feel like you learn you something real quick. So let me pull this one up that you printed out. This is from, well, let me just start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Dear Chuck and Joe, my name is, let's just call me Wayne from San Antonio, Texas.
All right,
Why was
Wayne.
there a pause there? He like typed in a pause unnecessarily. Wayne, we don't even know who the hell you are, Wayne, so don't even worry about it. So don't worry about it. So, let's continue. I too have a podcast where I am the weak link, kind of like Joe on your show.
Oh, that's fucked up.
They're roasting you already?
That was fucked up when I saw it.
That's cold. That means he's an avid listener. Shout out to Wayne. All right.
Wayne's a dick.
So he knows what time it is. Okay, let me continue. Except that on my show, I have two other co-hosts. One is better looking and by far my intellectual superior.
Damn.
Man, that's straight. That's straight internal roasting right
so
here.
we know Wayne's stupid. That's why he said that about me.
I mean, he seems to know you very well because you would do something similar to this.
Well, I have been to San Antonio.
He's speaking
before.
directly to your heart, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And the other one is the John Cena of podcasting.
Oh shit, he must be big as fuck.
God damn. You must be intimidated when he's in the room. So he also continues, I just stare at his body when we record and wish. Wait, what? Hold on. Wayne, you losing me here, Wayne. This is not the type of stuff I like to advocate.
Wayne's fucking up.
Yeah, you, man, in all kind of ways, you're losing points in manhood immediately. And he also continues, I am also a little racist.
Oh, see, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne, for sharing that.
You just staring at dudes and just racist?
This is unnecessary.
Damn.
Man, you're not even flowing this. There's no transition in the sentences you're telling me. You're just jumping from one thing to another. But okay, I guess we're getting to know you. So Wayne continues, but enough about me. We're finally getting to the question.
Yeah,
You know,
let's
he
do
warmed
it.
us up with who the hell
Let's
he
get it,
is.
Wayne. Let's get
which
it.
I'm already concerned about. I am a father of 3, love to fish, and consider myself a conservative. Okay, Wayne. We see your point of view. We see where you're coming from.
He said enough about me.
Enough about me, and he kept going. God damn you, Wayne.
Wayne's an idiot.
Wayne's pissing me off. I'm originally from the East Coast, but have really taken to Texas. More about Wayne. Does he actually have a question? How long have I read? Wayne, you pissing me off at this point. We're like 8 paragraphs in, and I still don't know what your question is. Okay, here we go. I think we got something. I really loved your tips on how to look at these hoes.
Of course.
But damn, he's right to it.
Wayne. Okay, Wayne.
You like these filthy hoes out here, huh? Do you, Wayne?
right.
All right, let's go.
Love them.
But as a married dad of 3, I want you to know if you had any tips on how to get out of it once you get caught. I love you, Wayne. God. Wayne, you real life.
Wayne's fucking up.
I'm glad he tweeted in because, man, he's real tender. We need to toughen him up a little bit. Well, maybe not you so much. All right, so he wants to know how to get out of it. Well, let me check my list of notes here.
Yeah,
I got a couple things I want to address here. Okay, Wayne. So if you, being as soft as you are, number one, I'm already surprised that you're looking at other women. I'm in complete shock.
I mean, he's married, so he's not having sex.
Yeah, it's kind of loosen him up.
So
if Wayne's wife is listening to this, just put out to the men at least 3 times a week. Just help him out.
Yeah, that's part of your job.
Yeah, you'll improve him as a man significantly right now. I'm telling you, immediately.
Chest will be out.
All his taco meat will start growing longer on his chest, and you'll appreciate him more.
And he'll stop sending me DMs that he loves me.
Yeah, seriously.
Wayne.
He's the little minimal you've been catching with that dry bait you were talking about in the beginning. This is the type of people you pulling in on this.
Hey, it's a good day for me.
Your bait is terrible. All right, so number one, Wayne, if you get caught, if you're staring down the street, something catches your eye, you look back and you happen to stare just a little too long. One of the things you could basically say is, you got caught something in your eye. Some little speck, a little dirt, bounced right in your eyeball there.
Just particles.
Made you cry a little bit. We know he was crying off of the booty you saw.
Yeah.
But you're crying a little bit, and just like, oh, man, I don't know what just happened. That might work. Now, that is a basic tip that everyone should already know. But being as light as you are, I want to start at the very bottom level of basic excuses you can come up with.
Right. And I got another one, somewhat basic, would be you act like you're looking at something else.
Yeah, of
right.
course.
So you look at what's behind you, and it could be an old building, and you acting like you're going to say something about some architecture.
Yeah, there you go.
Or it's like a statue over there or something, and you're like, oh, look, isn't that Ponce de Leon?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hit him with something random.
Like, oh, look at that billboard. You want to see that movie?
Yeah, look, the paint on that wall is very well done. That's nice. What color is that? Is that
mural.
Rust?
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Look at that thing. Look at that store. Remember that time we went to some store over there? And all of a sudden, you bringing her into it.
Yeah.
And then, so the other one stays out because the side pieces got to stay out. They can't come in.
No, they can't come in.
You know what I mean? You touch and go. That's what we call them in the Air Force when they're doing training missions. Come down, hit the ground, go right back up.
There it
touch
is.
and go. And so that's what we do with these hoes.
Just a tender touch and move along.
All right. So act like you look at something else.
Should be a given. The other thing is if you get caught, but you kind of stall out and you're not quite sure what to say, you can go to, she was so fucking ugly. I had to look twice to make sure.
Yeah.
The other bitch you spotted is hideous, is what you're going to say. You're going to be like, that is a strong 2.
And I just had to bring that to your attention.
Yeah, she might think you're lying through your teeth, but that's okay. At least you're being honest about your lie.
I didn't know that was possible.
It's absolutely possible.
You can learn anything on this podcast.
Right.
You can learn about being honest about your lies.
Exactly, because she ugly as hell. You think she a 9, but she's a strong 2 when you repeat that back to your lady friend or your wife or whatever.
Yeah, and it sounds like your wife will whoop your ass. So
yeah, she's probably going to kill me right now because I think I've used that once or twice. So I think I'm giving myself away right now. And I might fuck around and get hit as soon as I get off of this mic. Just putting that out there.
So another one could be, then you get that like puppy, like you turn your head sideways, you start squinting your eyes, and you look at him like, do I know that person?
Yeah.
Have I seen them somewhere before? Hey, have they served us at like a restaurant or something?
Yeah, there you go. Like we've met somewhere. Like, don't you remember, honey? She served us as such and such on 3 years ago at this place where I took you.
Hell yeah. And then she'd be like, oh, you remembered that restaurant? No, I didn't. And then you exactly. And then you'd be like, doesn't that look like that celebrity, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't that look like that one person that we saw? And you just make that person up, and they're spending all their time trying to figure out who the fuck you're talking about that they don't even know what's going on.
It's basically a way to keep them dazed and confused.
Yeah, you got to keep them off the toes.
Exactly. Keep them froggy so they don't know what's happening.
If you keep them out balanced, they can't get angry, then the hoe's gone.
Exactly. By the time she realized what happened, y'all already moved on to the next conversation.
Yeah, or you just be like, oh, you know what? I thought I saw someone, and I thought that was someone, and it wasn't. And so that's why I kept looking back.
Now, I got another good one for you when you get spotted. One thing you could mention is a piece of attire that this person's wearing. Be like, oh, don't you got that same sweater?
Nice.
Have I not seen that color that you've worn before? Or them shoes, like, didn't you pick those shoes out at the shoe store sometime last week? Exactly.
That's a good one.
Complete distraction. That's what we call the OkeyDoke. They don't know what's happening because now you're talking about them and it shows that you have some interest in the things they say and like, but in reality, it's a full-blown distraction.
That's like a residual compliment.
Exactly.
On their style, on their bouginess. You just look at what you do is when you're doing this, you look at the bougiest hoe you could find.
Exactly.
And be like, don't you have something that she has? You don't even know what it is.
It doesn't matter.
Because you know whatever she has, it has some name brand on it that none of us know about.
Exactly.
But they'll be like, oh, he knows that I like that. Or, oh, he knows like, think I'm projecting that bouginess on them. And they're going to eat that shit up.
You're going to come out as a hero even though you're a complete asshole. It's the OkeyDoke, the 180 is what we call it.
Yeah, I feel like from this kind of situation, you can actually come out of this looking at the booty and then getting booty later.
You're setting up the setup is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like basically you look at side strange and then you get something strange when you get home and just get something
that's
real
what
nice.
I'm talking about. So man, I think he's learning something today. He's learning something real. We're changing lives right now is what we're trying to tell you. So starting with Wayne, with your light ass Wayne. So one reaction I had, and I don't think this is an appropriate reaction, or maybe it wasn't even the best thing to say, but I got caught before, just to put a little story out there.
Oh, did you?
I got smacked across the arm like, what are you doing? And the first thing that came to mind is, I wouldn't even put semen in her. I just had to go ahead.
Because I see you set the bar very low.
Right. I wouldn't even put babies in that bitch. That's what you worried about. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I do not lie. It worked.
Oh, did it?
It worked. I don't know how. I don't know why. But it's almost like she believed me that I would not have a child with this woman. So that was okay for it to let it go.
Yeah. And you know what? When you think about it, like the ultimate compliment is letting them have our children.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
So if we say we're not about to do that, and it might even be true that we wouldn't do that because that's just ultimate respect. Like I just want to just holler at these hoes. I don't want to like create more situations with them.
Right.
I'm like they're supposed to distract me from you.
Right.
That's the whole job is to just not make me worry about this.
Right. I'm not trying to go over there and make a family. That's not what we're doing. We've blessed you, with our baby juju. So basically, just feel blessed that we've blessed you internally with my juju. You know what I'm saying?
Blessed you internally.
With the baby juju. That's all I'm saying.
So Wayne, look, man, I hope that you got everything that you needed. I hope your wife don't fuck you up. And I hope your podcast is doing well. I don't know what it is, but I hope that it's really funny and that the three of you that are going in on politics from different political angles, whatever podcast that might be, if there's any bickering that takes place, like, I don't know. And there might be, robot feel to it. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this.
Man, you remembered a lot about that letter because I barely remembered the damn question.
I mean, I feel like I could see into his soul.
This segment brought to you by Wade's Boat, RV, Tractor Trailer, and Storage Depot.
I'm John, and I love Wade's. Last Memorial Day, I went out with a bunch of guys that I met on Craigslist. It was a little weird at first, but we just said fuck it, and we chartered a boat. They said we were going fishing. Turns out, it was a big gay orgy, and Wade was the ringleader. Wade touched my butt. Highly recommended, if you like your butt touched. I told you to help me, motherfucker.
Testimonials like John's is why we're the best in the business. Wade's fishing equipment, boat, RV, tractor trailer, and storage depot. If it's got a motor in it, we rent it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story that I wanted to share about a practical joke that I played on someone.
That's right. And this is one of my favorite things for you to share is hilarious stories. I'm actually looking forward to this particular one.
Okay, this one is with a good friend and good family friend, I would say. Her name's Izzy.
Okay.
And for some reason, I had the desire to play a joke on her.
Do you mean like she deserved it? She did something to you and be like, you know what, I need to get her back? Or is one of those situations where you were just, I'm feeling like playing a joke on somebody?
Yeah, like I want to be an asshole.
I love it. Tell me more.
So, okay, so I don't know really what prompted this, and I can't be certain that 100% of what I'm going to recall is exactly how it went down, but I will tell you that it is very close, I would say. All right, so for instance, how it started. I don't quite remember exactly how it started, But I think what I saw was that Izzy had put something on Facebook, and I think her cousin had responded and said something really like sarcastic or just something that was really out of pocket. And I was like, I like that.
Oh, so it's just like she just put something up and the cousin like kind of went in on her a little bit, and it wasn't what she said. It was just the way, like her reaction to the post that you just found what interesting. You like that? What?
Yeah, I just saw that and I felt like I felt a fellow prankster.
You felt a connection.
Yeah, there was
through Facebook.
There was
based off
Facebook
text.
reading. I didn't even say nothing to this person. I just read that and I was like, oh, okay, I have an idea of who you are.
Oh, you basically could tell what her personality was based on her comment.
Kind of.
I like that.
Yeah, and it ended up being right.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Because this story happened. It went down.
That's cool.
So then I don't remember how, but I think I just messaged her on Facebook and she was like, okay, let's put the joke on Izzy. And so I said, all right, look, I'm going to.
You can't laugh before you tell the story. You got to tell the story so we could enjoy it as well.
I said, okay, let's pretend that you and I are having an affair.
Hold on. Let me back this up. You told a random stranger that's related to your close friend that you don't know, never met,
as far as I know,
based on a comment she posted on Facebook. You felt like, oh, I like her personality. I think she'll go with this. I'm going to reach out to said person that you don't know to play a joke on your close friend.
Yep.
And the first thing that you thought of after all that ridiculousness is, hey, let's act like we're having an affair.
Yeah. Well,
please tell me what she said.
Okay. Well, the reason why that would make sense is because I would always tell Izzy, because she always has like 1,000 cousins just running around like, oh, someone at the school, that's my cousin, that's at the workplace,
they deep,
right?
They deep as hell.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, one of your cousins, they're going to get it one day, or so I would say something like that.
Okay, so just to mess with her.
Yeah, so since I would always be saying that, I was like, wouldn't it be nice if she if she actually believed it?
If the opportunity presented himself to actually make her believe all this bullshit you've been spinning at her for who knows how many years.
Yes.
And so you took it. You took the leap of faith.
Oh, yes. I leaped.
And?
Hard.
And what happened?
And my assumption was correct. She was like, I don't remember exactly what she said, but it didn't take long for her to get to yes.
So she agreed.
Yeah.
A complete stranger.
Yeah, I could not have pulled this off by myself.
She said yes to you, whom she doesn't know.
Yes.
To play a prank on her own cousin.
This is why I respected her so much, because I didn't know her, but I already knew this about her.
Based on the religiousness, that is some serious shit.
I just feel like it was necessary.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So she agrees.
Okay. And I don't remember how many things that we did to set up scenarios to make it look like it was happening.
Hold on, what?
Well, yeah, so there had to be a way that I could, make Izzy believe it.
You left breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I would, like, maybe she would tag me in a picture.
Okay.
Like, I'm out tonight doing something and she put on Facebook, and maybe I would be tagged in the picture even though she couldn't see me, to make it look like we were together at that moment. I know. And then I gave her my phone number and I just said, just text me something like you would say to a boyfriend. I didn't just ask for anything specific, but whatever. I want to see you tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I had her send me a picture of herself that looked like I would have taken it. So there was some picture of her like sitting in a car or getting ready to get out the car or something like that.
Right.
So it would look like the passenger took it from across the car.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So
she got it to work. She probably set up the timer and stuck it on the window. And
I don't know how she did it.
Nice.
But it was like a scarf that... it was something about a scarf she was wearing that Izzy would believe that it
was hers.
Yeah. So
okay. She recognized that. It's like if one of your sweaters was somewhere and I knew you well enough, I'd recognize that sweater and be like, yo, isn't that such and such a sweater? Okay. Yeah. So the scarf. Okay. All right.
Okay. So there's just like a couple of those things going on. And then I think at some point I thought, this is how I don't remember the exact order, but at some point I approach Izzy and I'm like, hey, so I've been talking to your cousin.
You just casually brought it up in conversation?
Yeah, I probably said it way more inappropriate than that.
Okay,
but I have no idea what I said.
Okay.
And then I started showing her the breadcrumbs that we've been leaving. Like, 2 weeks ago she called me,
right?
Or, here's her at my. I told her that she came to a gig because I play, the music.
Yeah.
I told her that she came with me to a gig, and I had taken that picture while we were out.
Wow.
Yeah. So then there was something else. I think she checked into my gig on Facebook. Like she wasn't really there, but she said she was.
Right.
And then tagged me somehow. I don't remember, but she
sold the lie.
And then when I showed her the text messages,
that was the nail in the coffin.
That was it. Yeah.
Wow. So you laid all the breadcrumbs out. You set it up so you can sell it to her when you showed it.
Yep.
And the final thing was the moment she saw the text from her number, I'm assuming.
Yeah. No, she saw her name.
And the number,
yeah,
and the text.
Yeah.
What was the reaction to that?
I don't remember exactly.
Fucking blacked out? Did she put you in a coma?
I think, yeah, because I was really worried that I was going to catch an elbow at that moment.
Right.
And I just remember her staring at my phone, almost like she didn't believe it, because, it's me.
I could picture her reaction.
Yeah. And she might have looked at me or asked me if I was serious. And I said, well, look, yeah, I think she did. She said, are you serious?
Right.
Or something.
Yeah.
Because she knows I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
And I guess I was pretty convincing, or,
Good enough. Good enough.
Yeah, because, she ended up, I guess, believing it. And I don't remember at what point did she find out that it wasn't real.
Yeah.
But, upon me telling her about, convincing her, I should say, about what this was. And then there was, at some point, the gig was up, and I was like, no. Like, it wasn't.
Right.
And she wasn't really happy about that.
Right. So
I thought she would have been relieved. Now I understand why she wasn't happy about it. But, this was years ago.
Oh, you understand why she's not happy that her fucking friend was basically fucking her cousin on the side and having an affair? Why? She's best friends with your wife? Let me see. Could she be upset? No, I don't see the connection. I don't see why she would be upset at all. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No,
why did she not kill you on the spot? That's what I don't understand.
No, I think that she tried a couple times.
She tried to fuck you up, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt a couple Ninja Stars graze me.
Oh, no.
Oh, and I forgot to start this off at the top by saying that I notified my wife of this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know people are going to be wondering, hold on, bro. This sounds like you actually are having an affair. You're trying to cover it up by making it a fake, exactly, with a fake affair and putting it in the show. So you'd be like, no, it's all bullshit. But yeah, okay. All right. So she got pissed, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Did she hold a grudge?
Yeah, I mean, she did for a minute. And I this is another part of the story that I don't recall is exactly how long it went on. But it was bad enough that it was a minute.
Right.
So she comes around and stops hating me. And
okay.
Now
So she held that for a while. She got pissed.
Yeah, for a minute. Yeah.
Not surprising at all. What happened with her cousin? What was the relationship between her and her cousin?
I think she was mad at both of us.
Okay.
So I know that they didn't talk for I don't know how long, or it could have just been. I really don't know, to be honest. They could not be talking now.
Still?
It could.
How many years has it been?
This is probably, I'm going to guess, 2011.
2011, and she might still be holding a grudge toward her cousin.
Well, I don't know. That's
bro.
A long time.
So you ruined her relationship with her cousin based on a random joke that you felt like pulling. Hey, hold on. I need to also ask this question. Did you actually ever meet the cousin?
I don't think so, but
you've
maybe.
Never even formally met the cousin.
Maybe, but I can't remember. But I don't think so. I don't
feel
think
like
we needed to because she sent me a picture. She didn't actually come to the gig.
So what she actually looks like based on the picture.
Yeah.
But you never met her in person.
I mean, maybe on campus.
How would that not come up if you met her in person? You know what I'm saying? If you met her in person and be like, hey, remember that one time that we fucked her on my cousin and she still doesn't talk to me 8 years later because of you? That would have came up, I feel like. So you probably never really met her in person.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. But, I could also tell that when I could see so much into her soul just from that one Facebook comment. I was like, she'll be okay with this.
You're like, she's transparent as fuck. I could read it off with four words in a post. I feel like that is a horrible, horrible idea to ever do, to ever give advice. And please, nobody, don't ever try this at home. That's ridiculous. Number one, even you playing around, I feel like there's some believability in every lie. So I feel like your wife might really be like, is he trying to cover some shit up right now, or is he really being real? Like, I know he's an idiot, but he got pictures, selfies of another chick in his phone, but it's supposedly for jokes. That's kind of hard to swallow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, I didn't really think like that back then.
And number two, you ruining other people's relationships and their families. You're not even related to this girl, and you ruining her relationship with her fucking family members. Man, this is terrible advice. Please don't do this.
Look, I just think that there are times where you just go with your gut. And at that time, you know, I was far less mature than I am now.
Right.
And I'm pretty fucking immature right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so just now people that know me, when they hear that, yeah, he is kind of immature right now.
Yeah.
So of course he would have did that back then because he was a fucking dumbass.
Even worse. Even farther down.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I understand.
But I was an adult.
I feel like I appreciate that you did all this craziness just so you could share that story with me today. Like, I feel like that all happened for my entertainment, so I could hear it 6 years later, so you could tell me all about it.
And, you know, our friends out there, you need to know that no one is safe.
No one is ever safe. Ever. So we're dropping trees off. We're making fake affairs. You don't know what we doing next. Shit has happened that we haven't shared yet. So we like y'all, but we like jokes better. So be aware. Look out for us. We coming to your doorstep. You don't know what's finna happen. What are we gonna do next? I might drop off a fake dead body at someone's house tomorrow. Just because we raising the bar so quick. We went for tree dropping to affair having to dead body to dead body slanging on someone's doorstep.
That's it. Cadavers. We dropping cadavers off.
You don't know what's gonna happen next.
So thank y'all for joining us for this episode of Just the Tips of Menmoir. Shout out to my father-in-law for bringing me the gems that I was able to share with you upon meeting him with our men's health segment.
And we also want to thank Wayne for sending in his questions in our mailbag. And we hope a lot of you continue to send those in because we get a lot of quality content out of that.
Yeah, so you can get us on the social media platforms, basically at Menmoirs, menmoirs@gmail.com, The Real Menmoirs on Instagram.
And a special shout out to our sponsors for allowing us to pay these bills, but also a very special thank you to all our listeners who keep us in business.
So that's it for us. I'm your co-host. I'm Joe.
I'm Chuck.
And this is Just the Tips, and we out.
Deuces.